Hi guys, I'm sharing today how the Watch 7 has optimized my life in 1 year of usage. I've had the Watch 7 for about a year now, and it was my very first smartwatch. And after a year with the Watch 7, I wanted to share how it's been like using the Watch 7 for over the last 1 year and how it has helped in my daily life, how it has helped optimize my life. So if you're looking to buy your very first smartwatch, or you have experience with a watch, this video will walk you through how I have optimized my life using a smartwatch like the Galaxy Watch 7. So join me along as we go through this. The Watch 7 from Samsung is positioned as a mainstream smartwatch in the sense that it is not top of the line like the Watch Ultra, neither is it an entry-level watch like the Fan Edition or the FE series. So it uses a 3 nanometer chip, which is quite modern. It's quite efficient, and it gives it a very solid performance and very good power efficiency. So it's built to last. It has a very solid sapphire crystal glass build and IP68 rating. So these are like premium build rates in the Watch 7. It also has a good bioactive sensor to capture your health sensors and all that. If you want to know how these specifications compare to something like the Galaxy Watch FE, I'll link a video close by where you can watch that, which shows the difference between Watch 7 and Watch FE. Meanwhile, it's not perfect. Like I said, it's just a middle tier build, and compared to the premium ultra series, the battery life is a little bit subpar. It's not built with longevity in mind like the Watch Ultra series. It's not as tough as the Watch Ultra series. But after a year of using it, I still have very good, I don't know if you can see it, but I still have very good, no scratches, nothing. And of course, it's not in a case, but everything has been working smoothly since I started using it. So with all that being said, what has been my experience been like since I started using the Watch 7? Bear in mind, I'll be showing some of the screen from my wearable app, not directly from the screen of the watch because the screen is small. The watch has optimized my life in two major ways: health and fitness, and also productivity. So I'll be mentioning my top features. There might be others that I've not really explored, but these are the top ones for me. So the first one is step counting and tracking. As someone who sits most of the time, sitting down, working most of the time on a computer, having a dedicated watch has allowed me to track my steps better, which is quite important for health, as you might know. The watch tracks accurately how many steps I have taken in a day and how many minutes of activity I have done in a day. It also has a lovely feature that alerts me when I am inactive for maybe 50 minutes. The watch will vibrate on my hand and ask me to stretch or to stand or to walk. It just pops up random things, random suggestions to keep me fit. And I think this is a very useful feature. Another useful feature is the tracking of calories burnt while exercising. Since I go to the gym more often these days, I'm trying to keep fit, the Fit Farm. Shout out to you if you're a Fit Farm. The watch automatically detects my activities and start measuring how much calories I have burned while actually actively exercising. This makes it sort of easy for me to say, if I get to 500 calories today, I'll stop. So it helps me in crushing the numbers while exercising. Another feature that I like is the sleep energy score. So the Watch 7 has this interesting feature that coach you on better sleeping patterns that gives you a sleep score daily. So with that sleep score, you are told how effective your sleep was last night and what you need to do to sleep better today. It actually works for me because it actually captures when I feel like I sleep well. I see that I get good sleep score. The only caveat being it's not so comfortable to wear your watch while you're sleeping. There's also the blood pressure and heart rate monitor. These features are available and I have tried them, although I've not used them as much as I should use them. The ECG is quite straightforward. You touch the button as shown, and the blood pressure monitor, you need to calibrate it monthly by recording blood pressure with the watch and also recording with a dedicated blood pressure monitor at the same time. So with that, you can calibrate, sort of tell the watch that this is the right settings, to use for you. I think it varies by individual. So that is the main aspects of health and fitness that I've used the Watch 7 for. And now let's go to productivity. So for productivity, my calls and messages and general notifications are handled by the watch perfectly. The watch is literally another smartphone with a much smaller screen, but to pick calls, you can use it to reply to text messages. Even whenever you get emails, you can, just check it at a glance and quickly reply. So whenever my phone is charging or just out of reach, I've been able to use the watch to increase my productivity because it's acting like an extension of my Samsung Galaxy Watch, Galaxy S25 Ultra. So that's a big change. You might not know how much of that is until you start using the watch. You realize that you don't have to take your phone everywhere you're going within the house. So another productivity hack that I found the watch useful for is all those quick things you need to do, like setting alarms, setting reminders while you're on the watch. So it has Gemini, just like you have Gemini on the smartphone. So you can use it to, quickly chat Gemini and set alarm, set, reminders, ask quick questions like how's the weather like and all that. So the watch gives you this vibe. It's another smartphone, even though it's a smaller smartphone, but you are able to use it to solve some problems, with productivity here and there on the go. So is the Watch 7 worth it? I think it's worth it. I think it has helped me optimize my life. If there's anything that is a little bit of a con for the Watch 7, I think it's the battery life. It lasts just maybe a day at the most. So you have to keep charging every day. But aside from that, every other thing is perfect. It's very smooth to operate and everything works, quite well. And as someone that has never used the smartwatch, this is a big change for me, and I think beyond watching just the time, a smartwatch is actually worthwhile in terms of the productivity and health and fitness tracking that you get on the go, real time. So if you found this video helpful, thank you for watching. If you want to watch the review of my comparison of the Watch 7 versus the Watch FE, you can look at the video. I'll link it down in the description. Thank you for joining. See you next time.